Okay, so I have this chair. We bought this set of chairs off of Facebook Marketplace, actually. They're super cool. They match our colorful decor that we love upstairs. And one of them in particular, when you sit on it, has this play. So if you look over here, not good. So in looking at it, looks like somebody did attempt to repair it at some point in time, whether it held up or not. Then when they tried it, it's definitely not holding up now. So we're going to try and fix this. And because this is one of Brenny's favorite chairs, we have to make sure we do it without damaging it. And without it being obvious that, you know, we fixed it. So what I'm going to do is cover these parts to keep them clean, and then start tearing away at this to see. Alrighty, so chair's all protected. I always like to keep a roll of, this is just, it's packing cellophane, so it's kind of like a saran wrap on crack. Works out really well. Cover the white and cloth surfaces. This area we can slice into if we need to get into the wood. And then I always keep a bit of, like when you buy stuff from Amazon and it shows up with foam and things, it's nice to keep a little piece. Cover the top wood over here decorative, because what I'm going to be doing next is flipping this guy over and really getting into it. And see, now I don't have to worry about damaging the chair if I'm leaning on it, if I'm holding it up like this, or so on and so forth. The seat surface, everything's protected. So these are the areas that we'll be concentrating on, and we'll go from there, see what happens. All right, I'm using, I mean, this is a lifesaver. The moment it escapes me what we call it, it'll come back to me. And then I've got this kit. This one's a rigid. I know I'm conflicting bands here because I've got Ryobi and rigid. But, you know, I always go for what's priced most reasonably. Why spend more when you don't have to? So this cutter kit, it's called a multi-tool. That's right. That is called a multi-tool. So a bunch of different sizes. So what we're going to go with here is we're going to swap out the current blade and switch over to this little guy because it's going to give us much more precision. So I've actually never seen this happen before. I've used these things a bunch of times. This blade literally just cut. And there's the other piece. Shows to go. Not wearing goggles. Thankfully, it didn't fly anywhere near my eyes, but all the more reason why you actually should be wearing goggles, even in a situation like this where you think, what could possibly go wrong? Well, the blade could fracture off, in which case it could have literally hit me in my eyes. Alrighty, I'm back. Goggles, because I didn't do it last time and it could have been catastrophic. Got a new wider tip. I didn't have any more of the super skinny ones, so we'll try this one. And so we went ahead, got all the loose wood out over here. I've already done one hole going this way across, and I'm going to do one now just before that, using a very thin, there it is, a very thin bit. Pilot hole and pre-drill so the wood won't split, because we are putting a lot of pressure on this wood. I'm going to go in this way at a slight angle. I'm going to do the same here, a little bit more of an angle. Alrighty. Let's see if these will help give us some binding. Now I'm going to use stainless steel screws, pinpoint, Torx head. All right, so where we're at, we have took out the bad wood, cleaned it out, um, and then what I did is, you'll see in a time lapse, once I cleaned it out, I used the wood glue in all the seams that I could see. And before putting the wood glue, I'd actually pre-drill 3 spots over here for these screws. I picked the spots hoping that they would get the most amount of anchor into what's already there, and then poured the glue, screwed the screws in, and used this, let's say, what do you call it, like a strap clamp. Got this nice and tight. Screws in, a couple screws from the back. We'll see if this holds. If this holds, terrific. If it doesn't, the next step would actually have to be kind of much more major reconstruction. Would be quite time intensive as well. I'd have to basically disassemble this entire area, recraft a new rear bracket, possibly chop, reseal these over here, and put it all together again. So that is the alternative if we have to, if we can avoid that. Thank you for watching.